2K Sport. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for Brooklyn, Griffin is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now, here's George. Inside, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Here is Harris. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Nobody near George. And it falls over the rim and in.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Irving looking over the floor. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Harden outside. Now the pass to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Now Zubac. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac, no good.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And that one, good. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Passes it to Beverly. And here is Zubac. Guarded by Jordan. Zubac, the pass to Patterson. Back to George. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. You know, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And here's Jackson following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Jackson dishes to Batum. In the corner, it's Morris. Cousins inside. Morris left side. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Brown against Jackson. Brown, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Morris outside. to the inside. Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
So how do you maximize a possession, get one of your best scorers from point-blank range?
Jackson against Brown. It's Durant with the drive. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Clippers with a change here too. Man's checked in. Up top, Cousins. Over in the corner, Batum. Wing shot on the way. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
He gets it up. The shot will not fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's...
Now pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Brown out there with Harden. Then there's Green, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown.
Boy, Irving decisive on that drive, gets the foul because of the intensity, taking it to the rack.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
And here's the fast break. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Beverley, the pass to George. Takes a shot at the elbow.
Wow, what a credit to DeAndre Jordan. Just tremendous defense. Uses his length to alter that shot.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Left side, George. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Harden the pass to Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverley. Zubac with it. Picked up by Harris. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Hondo comes in for Patrick Beverley. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Paul George. Here's Llewellyn. Kennard covering. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here to Marcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Jackson after the made shot from KD. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Luwawu gets it to go.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson. Good on the bucket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Pass to Luwawu. Nets passing it around. Here's KD. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Morris against KD. Morris kicks to Jackson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Nets leading by 3. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Round the pass to Luwawu. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Clippers trail by 5. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Now here's Cousins. And there's the pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Offside Durant. It's deflected. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. How the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Well, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Takes it off the glass.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact.
90 seconds now into the second half. Harden with it. Passes it to Jordan. Outside Irving. Harden kicks to Irving for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Patterson passes to Zubac. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Zubac has got 10 points.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Outside Jordan. Outside Irving. And that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
So difficult to stay down on that pump fake. Irving sells it so well.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. Pass to Cousins. He kicks it to Jackson. Back to Cousins. Here's Batum. He can't get that one to fall. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Griffin finds Jordan. And he gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 8.
Well, you're allowing DeAndre Jordan to get comfortable. This guy is so efficient as a scorer.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Now here's Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Jackson. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Can't connect from short range. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. And the Nets miss again. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Rondo finds Zubac. Outside for Batum. Here's Rondo. Here's Zubac. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Zubac has got 12 points in the game.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Luwawu is checked in for Irving. Nets leading by 6. KD dishes to Brown. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Puts one up from 19. The shot by KD. No good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And George with the stuff.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
And here is Brown. Pass to KD. Shoots over Patterson. The Nets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. First one falls for. And Brown drops them both. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Green, Brown out there with Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5. Brooklyn leading by 6. Harden the pass to Durant. And the 3 off target. The Clippers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Beverly. And contact. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Joe Harris. Luwawu is checked in for Irving. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Now here's Leonard. Here's Cousins. The rebound by Jeff Green. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Nets passing it around. Here's Claxton. And the layup's good off the glass. Claxton's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Jeff Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's James Harden.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Cousins inside. Harris is there. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Two things in play right there. The body control of DeMarcus Cousins and his basketball savvy. How easy does he make it look?
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Harden kicks to Irving. Outside Jordan. And they double up Jordan. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Jordan.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
George passes to Leonard. That one goes in.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And they go to the intentional foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Harden, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Off the left rim and out. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And that one's good. Irving.
know, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Jackson passes to Leonard. He feeds it to Cousins. Outside, George. That shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 9. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Nets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. A deep three from Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from...
Wow!
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Morris with the rebound.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer. That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Outside Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that. You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Morris against KD. They double-team KD. 6 to shoot. Back to Harden. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. The deep three from Harden. Off target. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you. The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the Nets starting five. Harris is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo is out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
The shot's good from Griffin.
This is confidence shown in Blake Griffin's ability to handle the rock. Nice point guard skills there.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Middleton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Holiday. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, I'm looking over at the coaching staff. Smiles on their face. That's what they want. Holiday very skilled at getting to that spot and hitting a J.
Now here is Irving. And yes, it's good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Nice move. And it's good on the way in.
Now they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Back to Griffin. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Harden. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. Trailing by 4. Irving's shot is good.
This is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Floats it up for Giannis. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here is Irving. A three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 7 points.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Brown. Clock at 6. And it's in there. Here's Teague. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Outside, out of the Antetokounmpo. Pass to Portis. It's hauled in by Claxton.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Another shot. Unable to get that one.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line, your box, PJ Tucker. Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Tucker. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Both free throws good from Tucker. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Here's Green. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Connaughton passes to Giannis. With 1 on the clock, and the layup is up and in.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
A good close contest so far as we finish the... And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis...
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Milwaukee in the lead. But they'll get another chance. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Misses the 3. Brooklyn with the ball. There's the lob to Harden. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Bucket is good.
The way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket, that helped.
Harris outside. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Six on the shot clock.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
It's tipped. Here's Middleton, and he commits the intentional foul. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Giannis dishes to Lopez. Here's Giannis. Lopez, no luck. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Holiday with it. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Great look, but off the mark. Bucks trail by 3. Here's DiVincenzo. The rebound by Jeff Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Tucker. Doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. From 17 feet out. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. KD's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Teague drives in. Brooklyn with the rebound. There's a minute left in the first half. Durant, no good.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets leading by 5. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Trying to end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Passes to Llewellyn. Here is Durant. Pulls it from 20. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
It's deflected. They recover it. He gets it in there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we...
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of... And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harris. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Holiday surveying the floor. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Griffin. Up again, and Holiday is right there.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the boards.
Harden against Holiday. Outside for Griffin. He dishes it to Jordan. Nobody near Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. Bucks trail by 6.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
When you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
For the tie, a reverse. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Irving. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Lopez kicks to Holiday. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Holiday. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The pass to Griffin. And here's Harden. Shot clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good. Harden's got his third basket of the night.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
1:37 left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Jordan. Holiday against Harden. The kick out to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. 1:04 left in the third quarter. High post, KD. Shoots over Tucker. The shot by KD. No good. Bucks trail by 4. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now Brown. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Nora. A shake. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And he makes the first but misses the second. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Brown the pass to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Back to KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Brooklyn ahead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Bobby Porter's out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Just 5 to shoot to take the lead. Drains the three-pointer. Forbes has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bucks. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teagan for Bryn Forbes. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And the second free throw, good. Here is Harden. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Coach is yelling at the defense to at least get a hand up on Kyrie Irving.
DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now, here is Irving. Jordan kicks to Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Down low. Lopez goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Lopez powering through that time.
Here's Irving. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Milwaukee, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now a 4-point Bucks lead. Harden with it. And he lays it straight in.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. Middleton outside. Kicks it to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got the lead back up to 4 now for Milwaukee.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
Outside Irving. Here's Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Irving looking over the floor. He kicks it to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Jordan. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Holiday. Lopez kicks to Holiday. Offensive rebound. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Good.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
And here's Giannis. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, no good on the dunk. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. These teams have battled tooth and nail before quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. So the Bucks win the tip, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Luwawu, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at center.
At the line for your Bucks.
That's good from Tucker. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws, good from Tucker. Now Harden. And so they foul intentionally. Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Checking in for Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Outside Irving to take the lead. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Let's it fly from 18. And good, he nails it. Middleton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
Holiday against Harden. Five to shoot. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Middleton. And here is DiVincenzo. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Harden against Holiday. Irving for three. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
Well, Kyrie's resume in these kind of moments is full.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Holiday finds Giannis. Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
And he gets the whistle. Two. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from a summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Irving way outside. He's off from 3.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one, and they had some nervous. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Patrick Patterson. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5. And he makes that one. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Takes it out to Leonard from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's George. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Paul George grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now DiVincenzo. After the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. That puts them in the lead.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Middleton. And it goes down 2 points.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Jackson kicks to George. Passes it to Zubac. To the middle. Takes it out to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson against DiVincenzo. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Back to Holiday. Middleton outside. Puts up a 3. The shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Good vision. Good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot. Finds an open man.
Jackson against Holiday. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's George. Pass to Zubac. Good D by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good from outside. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Here's Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now here's Teague. The feed now to Antetokounmpo. The shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Man passes to Batum. Here's Cousins. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Gets it off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Milwaukee on top. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. And Portis throws it down.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
And here's Rondo. Now here's Kennard. Floats it up for Cousins. Kennard finds Cousins. Here is Rondo. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Middleton for 3. Kept alive. Poked loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Teague comes in for Bryn Forbes. Outside Portis. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Milwaukee leading by 4. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Back to Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Middleton's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's George following the bucket by the Bucks. Will it go? Here's Zubac. Count that one. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Connaughton. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Connaughton, defended by George. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
George against Holiday. Right side Leonard. Now the pass to Zubac. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Count it. And now an 11-point Milwaukee lead.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Basket counts.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Holiday, no one around him. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Jrue Holiday's game that has improved the most is the deep, deep ball.
George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Now T. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They were... And...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Jrue Holiday getting it done today.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
We've got Luke Kennard. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in, passes it to Cousins. Batum with the ball. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Outside, Batum, just 3 to shoot. Chalk up 2 there.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Teague surveying the D to the right side. Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. Charity stripe shot. Tries again. Cousins finds Batum. Back to Cousins. Shoots over Portis. Cousins, no good. Milwaukee leading by 11. There's the lob to Portis. The shot, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute. This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from three.
Beverly against T. Pass to Connaughton. Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. To the paint. Here's Portis. Gets himself open and drills it. Portis has got his second basket of the game.
Beautiful by Bobby Portis. Catches it in rhythm, and we know about the confidence he has.
Here's Batum. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Portis. And too long on the shot. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Beverly. Up and in on the layup.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. For the three. And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. The 11-footer. Zubac the pass to George. Over Holiday. The shot by George, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Deflects the pass and stolen by Patterson. George against Holiday. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. Shoots over Patterson. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. Giannis has got 8 points.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. They're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
And George with this stuff.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Middleton on the wing. Over Leonard. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts. And the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Outside Leonard. It's good. 6 points for him.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Leonard hits them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Bucks leading by 5. Teague with the ball. He dishes it to Tucker. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And Leonard gets it to go.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now here's Teague. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Jeff Teague.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Now here's George. Again, the Clippers.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
Holiday against Jackson. Holiday attacking, and Holiday throws it down.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
Now here's George. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from George. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
George dishes to Leonard. Lopez with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Now here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Leonard. Outside Jackson. Plays it up and banks it in.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Down low, here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Huge bucket by DeMarcus. The big man loves the big moment.
Bucks leading by 3. Giannis dishes to Holiday. 59 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. George.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. For three, Middleton. But they recover it. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by one. It's good.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Outside Holiday. Here's the dish to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, David. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5 roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. Morris finds George. He doesn't hit that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Irving. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Here's George following the basket by Kyrie Irving. George against Harden. Brooklyn with the ball. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Harden.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
George with the ball. There's the pass to Beverley, and Leonard has it in the corner. Clock at 6. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Leonard with the bucket.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Irving. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. And stolen by Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. The putback. And no good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. George dishes to Leonard. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. At the top of the key, Cousins.
Well, you've got to respect Jordan as a shot blocker. He's one of the best in the league. His length and explosiveness make him a great rim protector.
Irving passes to Griffin. He feeds it to Jordan. Over Cousins. Beverley against Irving. 6 to shoot. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. No good with the tip. Griffin with the steal. Harris finds Griffin. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Offensive rebound. Crafty move. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Floats it up for Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
Harden scanning the floor. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Puts it up from 12. Outside for George. Pass to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's George. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Got that one up quick.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Brooklyn ahead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Here's George. It's on target from the high post.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Now, here is Irving. Shoots from 12 with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Claxton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And they go to the intentional foul. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And a change for the Nets. Luwawu checked in. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And Leonard has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Nets leading by 10. The wide open look for Durant. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
George dishes to Leonard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And here is KD. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Luwawu. KD against Leonard. Shoots over Leonard. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
Now George. Inside. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Back to Jackson. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Jordan. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Second chance effort. Out to Harris. From the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. From deep. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Nets leading by 15. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pulls up, high post. That one a little long.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Here's Jackson. Passes to Zubac. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harden. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, what was your impression? And that should do it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Griffin. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3. Good on the shot. Griffin's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Zubac in the post. He's against Jordan. Shot clock at 5. And George kicks to Morris. Shoots over Griffin. They grab their own miss. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Harden with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. Shoots. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
George passes to Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Harden. And he gets the bucket. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
George against Harden. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. And on the way from Irving for 3.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Clippers trail by 17. And so they foul intentionally. And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's George. Tight defense on him. They get it again. To the middle. Second chance shot. KD against Batum. And Cousins kicks to George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Brooklyn leading by 17. Pass to Claxton. Here's Brown. And the pass to Durant. From 13, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. KD's got 8 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's George. Got a hand on it. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Luwawu, defended by Batum. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
1:41 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Luwawu, stolen by George. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Brown outside. Here's Durant. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Beverly against Brown. Beverly, the pass to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. George, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good.
And George has learned a lot, and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Man's checked in. Harden outside. Griffin finds Irving. Knocks it loose. One-on-one here. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Beverly. Cousins has got his second basket.
Beverly knows he's out there to pass the ball, guys. A skilled floor general. He really distributes it well.
Here's Harden. And the Nets miss again. Here's George. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Here's Beverly. Dishes to Jackson. Passes it to Mann. Outside for Jackson. From about 16. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, man. You're just saying that because it's true.
And he commits the intentional foul. George is checked in for the Clippers. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Leonard against Irving. Here's Griffin. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 2 to shoot. No good with the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's George. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And Irving launches it from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Nets lead by 10.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter. And he is a gifted scorer, folks.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Outside, George. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. George passes to Leonard. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Irving misses. Clippers trail by 12. Leonard on the wing. Over in the corner, Beverly. And stolen by Jordan. Griffin passes to Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
And it is absolutely remarkable watching Harden draw contact. So effortless, so crafty, and so consistent in putting the defense in a bind.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Now here's Rondo. And that one drops for him. Rondo's got his first bucket of the night.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
Irving looking over the floor. Here's Harden. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Feeds it to Cousins. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris kicks to Leonard. It's stolen by Harris.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jordan.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Outside, Green. Back to Harden. To the inside, Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Nets lead by 14.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Thank you, David. Great interview.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday. Short rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. 2 on the clock. Irving. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Irving for 3. Sinks the triple.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
Middleton drives in, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Now here's Irving. Back to Harden. Over Holiday. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Milwaukee now. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Kicks it down to Middleton. Bangs home the trifecta.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Irving against DiVincenzo. The pass to Harden. It's deflected. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Irving dishes to Harden. To halt the run. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now here is Holiday. Lopez outside. Middleton right side. Down low. Just 4 to shoot. Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets trailed by 5. Here's Irving. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And the rejection by Giannis. One-on-one fast break. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. The tray. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Bucks leading by 3. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Now the feed to Lopez. Lays it up off the glass.
Really not easy to stick with Brook Lopez in the screen and roll. This guy fantastic moving after the screen.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Green against Antetokounmpo. To the wing on the left. Teague the pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. .32 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Connaughton. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Brown. Pass to Luwawu. 1 second left. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And
definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the point. Throws up, and then Brown with the dunk.
Boy, KD has become such a feared defender, and there creates off his defense an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Now here's Teague, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Feeds to Tucker. Connaughton passes to Teague. Clock at 4. Fires from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Brown's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside Portis. Pulls up on the wing. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Durant just inside the line. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Portis with it. He's picked up by Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. Now here's Teague. Pass to Portis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Portis has got his first points in this one. Harden finds Irving. Back to Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Good. And the Bucks lead by 1. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Holiday. James Harden picking up that last basket. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Middleton inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Brown.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Outside Durant. Over onto Kumbo. Here's Claxton. And contact. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Unloads. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Durant's got his first 2 points of the night.
Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up. Just a pretty pull-up jumper.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the shot is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Brown. He's got 6. Green passes to Luwawu. Back to Green. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Bucks with possession here. Holiday looking for an opening. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
I think Kevin Durant has proven he's all about winning. He's going to do whatever it takes. This guy is a gamer. He can meet the biggest moments, and he's willing to grind. I just love watching this guy go.
James Harden, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Giannis against Green. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Harden right side. And that would have counted, but his shot was... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to... Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage. And that'll do.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2 spot. So that's the Nets 5. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Irving. Pass to Harden. Launches a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. DiVincenzo finds Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. Giannis with it. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now here's Irving. He has 7, and there's the pass to Griffin. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Irving. Jumps up, and the dunk by Giannis.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Harden outside. Griffin with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. Irving for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Irving. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Milwaukee leading by 4.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Durant subbed in for James Harden. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Connaughton, still looking for his first bucket in this one. A putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Irving, back to KD. Over onto Antetokounmpo, and the Nets miss again.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Harris passes to Irving.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
outside Portis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Here's Luwawu. Can they get it? Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Durant.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Now here's Teague. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. Passes it to Tucker over Durant, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Durant for three. Oh, he got it to go!
How about that?
Yeah, that is a timely three-pointer there. They had to keep it within reach going into the fourth, and that shot allows them to do just that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Nets trail by 5. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Portis. E.J. Tucker is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the point guard.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. Lock at 6. DiVincenzo passes to Tucker. To the paint. Here's Portis over Jordan. Portis can't get it to go. The Nets shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday comes in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's Harden. Back to Brown. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Here's Holiday. Nice move. And Jordan sends it back. And he's able to get it back. DiVincenzo against Brown. Here's Connaughton. And the shot goes in. Connaughton's got his first bucket in this one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Brown. Back to Harden. Inside.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Bucks. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Griffin finds Harden. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range.
That That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And here's Giannis. To the inside. Jordan against Lopez. 13 feet away. From deep, Giannis. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA. And if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Middleton the pass to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Giannis inside. Defended by Griffin. Here's Giannis. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Griffin. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Griffin dishes to Harden. To take the lead. And no good. Trying to use the glass. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Antetokounmpo looking it over. He dishes it to Lopez. Giannis with it, guarded now by Durant. Yep, it counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, that's blocked.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Here's KD. It's in. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Yes!
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they cut. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Morris in at the three, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. DiVincenzo against George. Now Middleton. That one goes. Count it. And in this one, Brent, terrific talent on both sides. Everyone getting their popcorn ready.
Yeah, lots of people tuning into this one, Kevin. And, you know, regular season games, there's always talk about, it's another game. This is not another game. This is prime time.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. George looking over the floor. Down low, here's Zubac, and he banks in the layup.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Patterson. On the wing, George. And Morris throws it down.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Buries it down low.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Morris kicks to George. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 6. George double teamed. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season, but in year 2 he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Beverley after Drew Holiday's score. Beverley, the pass to Patterson, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Marcus Morris. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Jackson after the basket by Milwaukee. A minute 50 left in the first. And the dunk by Batum.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Holiday goes in, and Holiday throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cousins comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Bucks leading by 3. .41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint. And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. A nice shot by Teague.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside Leonard. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 8-point lead. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked about.
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Here's George following the basket by Brook Lopez. Goes up at the stripe. Zubac. That shot no good. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Now, here is George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Patterson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Zubac.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Morris outside. And Beverly kicks to George. Ball's knocked loose. He's got a clear path for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's George following the bucket by the Bucks. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Now here's DiVincenzo. Makes it off the glass. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 12 now for Milwaukee.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Jackson. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
So it's the Bucks now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Connaughton. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Now here's DiVincenzo. The dish to Lopez. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Teague, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
That's a great drive from Drew Holiday, using that blazing speed to his advantage.
Everly with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. And he's off on his first shot of the game. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
To the paint. Leonard inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Pass to Beverly. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Milwaukee leading by 10. Now here is Holiday. 8 points for him. The feed to Tucker. Shoots over Cousins. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They are leading by 12. And
as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rondo in at the point guard position.
Good quick hands from Antetokounmpo there, reacting well on defense and swiping that one away.
Rondo scanning the floor. Zubac's no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Zubac's the pass to Rondo. Back to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
That's a pretty sweet dish there by Paul George, just selfless on that play.
And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 11. And the dunk by Giannis.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. George passes to Zubac, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
A different look for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Clippers trail by 20. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. George double teamed. It's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Teague comes in for Bryn Forbes. And here are the Clippers now. Here's George. Shot clock at 3. And Batum kicks to George. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside Teague. Right side Antetokounmpo. And Connaughton has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. George. That one no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slings it in.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
Here's George, and he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Teague, the pass to Connaughton. Teague surveying the D. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And Cousins kicks to Morris. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and Cousins gets it to go.
Cousins does a good job of measuring up that tough jumper, aware of the shot clock as well.
Teague with the ball. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. The pass to Connaughton. Now Lopez. Lets it go with a 3. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got 6.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Passes to Morris. Cousins with it. He kicks to Beverly. A 3 from Morris. Here's Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
Well, the way that Cousins keeps that one in control, an amazing job how he fights through the contact, something he is very used to.
Teague drives in, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. P.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Holiday in a point guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Jackson kicks to Cousins. Kicks it out to Leonard. No good on the triple. Milwaukee leading by 22. Here's Middleton. Great D that time from Batum.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Outside Rondo. Now here's Leonard. Down low. Batum dishes to Leonard. Over Holiday. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the plane.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jackson passes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
And that's an intentional foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Portis. And Giannis is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And it's Leonard missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. The kick out to Holiday. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Back to Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The shot by George, no good. Bucks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
That's why Middleton gets the respect from the teammates here. Adept at getting to the free throw line and attacking the inside.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
Middleton hits them both. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And here's George. Kicks it to Leonard. Inside. Here's Zubac. Morris against Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And finish. Finished off by Leonard.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the tin.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Yeah, couldn't quite hang on to it. They're not in a position now where they can afford to be giving it away like that.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's Teague. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Portis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Reggie Jackson.
At the line for your Bucks, Bobby.
And the first one drops.
At the line for two.
And so he hits both. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rondo against Teague. Rondo passes to Cousins. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup.
Such a power player is Cousins. Fantastic. Fighting his way through whatever kind of challenge the defense wants to throw at him.
To the inside. Here's Nora. The kick out to Teague. Here's Portis. Can't get it to fall. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Thank you.